Hello teachers, this is Kelly Roberts. I'm the research coordinator at the Waterloo Catholic District School Board, and I'm going to be working collaboratively with the team to support your JK to 3 Resiliency project. I understand that in October you met and had some great discussions about the first activity that you'd like to administer in your class. And the constructs that will be evaluated in the first tool are attachment and belonging. So those two constructs will be evaluated with these 9 questions. I am also told that you had great conversations about making the language student friendly. And so these are the 9 questions that we're interested in answering. So for the next few weeks, you're going to be using this template to kind of guide what you're doing in the classroom. So it says, please use the following template to record your own classroom experience with the first resiliency activity. So the first thing you're going to want to do is plan, using the exemplars provided, and I'll show you those 2 right now, how you're going to run the activity in your classroom. And the 2 main things that you need to think about are, will you have individual students color their own activity or build their own activity, or whether or not you're going to have some students anonymously creating a whole classroom activity together. So that's the first thing you're going to need to decide. The second thing is you're going to want to decide on a code for the student responses. For this first activity, the responses can either be yes or no. So for example, if the question is, I like my school, the answer is either yes, I do like my school, or no, I do not like my school. And then you need to decide, if yes means you're going to use a green sticker and no means a blue sticker. You can use your professional judgment in terms of how you would like to have that run in your class. And then the last column here is just for you to add some notes. What is your plan? And then, how are you going to code that information? The second piece, or the second stage, will then be to act. So try the activity out at least once in your classroom before our next meeting in November. You also want to make sure that you're documenting what additional prompts do you need to provide your students. So specifically, what words did you need to use? I'm not sure if you have the ability to have an ECE or perhaps another staff member, perhaps record what specific words you're saying or that the students are saying, or whether or not you could either record your voice in terms of what are you saying during the activity, because those pieces of information will be valuable when we're reviewing this activity. So again, the last column, just remember to journal, what were the students really successfully able to do, and then what were the students struggling with. Observe. So you want to make sure that you're going to use that information in a tracking tool, and I'll show you how the tracking tool works. And you'll want to use one tracking tool if you're just collecting classroom level data, so you don't know who the students were that answered a particular way, or whether you're collecting student level tracking data. The last piece will be the reflection, and that will be where we'll start in our next meeting in November. So just to go through some of the resources that I'm sending you in the email. So the first one is, I think, what you discussed at the last meeting. So it's an entire picture. If you want to be able to, print this really big, or copy it out on a chart paper, or, have students all collectively responding a certain way around the questions, then this is definitely a template that you could use to facilitate collecting the information from students. The other one that I'm providing for you, the first one is as a PDF. So here are all the 5 attachment questions, which with some images that might be beneficial for you to use when you're talking about what do these questions mean. And then the other one is just the Word document of that same file that you can use or edit. Again, you might want to print these out and have 30 stickers attached to this one page if you're collecting just classroom level information. And then you might want to use the other PDF document if you want to collect these responses at the student level. So those are some resources that you can use to support the activity in your classroom. So the second piece is the tracking tool. So it's an Excel spreadsheet for now, and it's all coded so that all you have to do is enter in the information from the students. So the first thing you'll want to do is indicate the date that you used this tool, because if you're going to use this multiple times, then just make sure that you record the date. Only the cells in yellow can actually be written in, and what you're going to do is you're just going to, if you're doing the activity at the classroom level, all you have to do is count the number of yeses and the number of no's that you're getting for the first question, I like to make new friends. So when you put in, if you have 20 students in your class and 15 students said yes and 5 students said no, you'll notice that the percentages and the zones will automatically be updated. So I'm just going to enter in some information. Okay, and then at the classroom level, you'll be able to look at by question, what's the proportion of students that are answering yes, and then what's the resiliency zone for that particular question. And then you're going to get the same thing at the construct level. So these 5 questions are going to contribute to the overall construct, which is attachment, and it will automatically code for the zone, and it's the same mechanism that's used for the electronic survey from grades 4 to 12. If you're collecting information at the student level, then you'll just want to click on this tab down below called Student Level, and then again you can only enter in information in the yellow area in the middle here. So you could either just code your student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, or if you want to put in particular names, you can do that. But all you have to do is enter in 1 for yes and 0 for no. So if the student number 1 answered yes, I like to make new friends, you would put a 1. If for the second question they said no, you would put a 0, and then you would code the information like that. Similar to the first sheet, all the calculations are done for you, as well as the color coding for the zones. So on this sheet, you're able to actually drill down a little deeper. So on the right-hand side, you'll notice that you'll get student trends for both the belonging construct and the attachment construct for that particular student. So student number 1 appears to be balanced with respect to belonging and potential with respect to attachment. If you scroll down below, you'll also see that there's some class trends. So by question, you'll be able to see for the entire class, how did they respond to I like to make new friends? Again, the color coding is standardized and was modeled from what's done in the resiliency survey from grade 4s to grade 12. As well, you'll be able to get a construct overall zone. Okay, if for some reason you have additional questions and you'd like to contact me, again, just send me an email. My name is Kelly Roberts and I work at the board office. I'm happy to hear from you, and I'm happy to support you as you try this new activity. Thank you so much for your dedicated work on this project. I'm looking forward to working with all of you. Have a great day.